Good morning, boys.
Yo,
Yo,
what's up,
good
guys?
morning,
Good morning. How are you guys doing today?
Doing fantastic.
Good. My legs are just shot though, man.
Bro,
That calisthenic workout.
All right, I'm not a fan of plyometrics at all. I saw you guys doing it, and I noped out of here so fast. I have PTSD.
PTSD from it.
Bro, okay, so I used to do P90X a long time
Right.
ago. And
That was good stuff.
and plyometrics.
Apriper.
No, the plyometrics exercise on P90X, it's brutal. It's like, especially like when like maybe you don't do that or you haven't done that before. And so I saw you guys starting to do like the high knees. I was like, I'm out. Peace. I'm getting out before they try
It's
to
a
get
good
me.
workout.
It's
though.
bad. Yeah, cardio wise, and then even just muscle fatigue. I was surprised because like we're not using weights, but it was solid.
Oh, yeah, it destroyed me.
Dude, the rain was so random today. Like,
Yeah, we were like,
That was actually funny because I heard the thunder while I was getting ready. I go downstairs. Gary's just like, listening to his music, whatever. Open the door. Nope. And we just walk, dude, because it was like.
yeah, I heard the thunder and it
Nuts.
hadn't started raining, and then all of a sudden it just came down. It was nuts.
I was like, let's wait 5 minutes, see what's good. And
Yeah.
It's still pouring.
Yeah, luckily she had an umbrella, so we went to the gym. It was fine. We just did chest and stuff. But some people were walking from their car to the gym, and they're getting soaked. And then we didn't even get that wet because of the umbrella, and it was
Yeah.
still really cold when we went in there because like the fans blowing and you're covered in water. I'm like, some of these guys got to be struggling right now.
They
It's gotta be freezing, yeah.
Yeah, because
They
they're
got that
so.
dedication.
Speaking of that, have you guys heard of the crazy Frozen theory?
Frozen.
Frozen,
The
like the movie?
The movie
No.
and Walt Disney.
No.
No.
All right. So check this. All right. So Walt Disney, you guys have heard about like the whole cryogenics, how he supposedly like froze his head. Or
Oh,
froze his
I
body?
heard that
Oh,
because
yeah.
they kind of make fun of it a little bit, like in Futurama, right? Because they have all the
Yeah,
preserved heads. It's
Right.
kind of like a joke towards that, right?
kind of. Yeah, but this wasn't ever like confirmed. I always thought it was like open knowledge about it, but when I looked deeper into
About the
it,
frozen head.
about the frozen head. So like so this is actually how it all started. So there was a patient, a journalist, at the same hospital that Walt Disney was at when he died of lung cancer, supposedly. But the theory
Air
is
quotes, supposedly.
the theory is that he froze himself to like reanimate himself when technology was better, right? To like revive himself.
If anybody's got enough money,
That's what I was about to say.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be
He's
him.
$1 billion, you know what I mean? With a B. And like, I guess the journalist was walking around and actually went into a room, like snuck into a room and saw Walt Disney in a freeze chamber. And that's how it came out. And then he published like the article.
wait, really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait. So this guy, is this journalist still alive?
I don't know. I guess I
he's
didn't get
hella
that
dead.
deep. Right?
He's gone.
He's gone.
FBI.
So when all that started coming out, guess what movie came out?
Frozen.
Frozen. The same time they came out with Frozen, and the theory is they released that movie to cover up, because when you do a Google search of Frozen Disney, it comes up with the movie
Whoa.
and covers up his journal, the article.
So you have to like dig for this thing.
Yes,
Whoa, that's crazy.
that's nuts.
That's insane.
No way. Yo, I want to like read the article now because I'm like
My
that's
spine just like was chilling.
I got like some tingles a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was okay.
That's
That
nuts.
that is
That's
crazy because like if
insane.
anybody has the money to do it, it's Walt Disney, right?
Yeah, easy.
All right. So would you do that?
And so he's dying of what? Lung cancer?
He's dying. Okay, so like the doctor's telling you you've got like you're gonna die in a week.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's miracles and they actually like live on. But would you take that chance and just say cryogenize me? Freeze me. Like would you do
100%.
that? You would?
You
You
would?
guys wouldn't?
Well, okay. Here's my thing. Okay, this kind of stuff kind of freaks me out a little bit. I didn't really realize that it was something that like kind of scared me. But there's an episode of Black Mirror that kind of reminds me of this. Maybe you watched it with us. I don't know. Okay, but this guy has this museum of like things, right?
Yeah.
And within this museum, he's like telling all the stories about these it's like things that are like basically got banned, like bad items. And then one of them is this bear, and he tells the story about how he got the bear. And basically, they did a thing like they kind of froze somebody, right? But she was going to die of cancer, but they put her consciousness in this bear. Well, first they were able to put it inside of a loved one's head, so you got to share your brain
Right.
with this person, and then he ended up getting tired of her, so he put her into this bear, and so forever she's trapped in this bear. Like you live forever trapped in this bear.
Yeah,
You
it's just
can't
your
move.
soul. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what if like you agree to this thing, right? But what if they put
Oh,
you
man.
into it, but you're conscious, and you're trapped in this like chip or whatever, and you're aware, but you can't move or do anything for hundreds of years. You're just like, you'd go insane. So like when they eventually had the science to bring you back, you're insane because you've been staring at a wall for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Rick and Morty last night. Jessica, I have seen the whole.
Oh
eternity."
my, yo, oh yeah,
It was
yeah.
good. It was a good episode.
It was
Yeah.
really good. It was
Yeah,
really good.
Season 5 just came out, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, 2 episodes, but both are really good though. Well, like I'll rewatch it with you if you want. But anyways, like, what if that's the case?
Well, that kind of like opens up a little bit like the afterlife. What if when we die, it is just consciousness forever and we're just stuck?
But okay, well, with that, if it's consciousness in your forever, but like, are you able to like move around? Are you a ghost, a spirit? Like, or like if you're conscious forever, like where are you? Are you in a void? Or like, are you able to observe the world in the?
Are
What
you
if
just looking
I don't
at dirt? or what?
Right. Like depending on how you died.
Oh.
Like what
Yeah.
if you burned in ashes? Like what if they cremated you? You know?
Oh, that's scary.
Then it's just like
Well, what if
I don't know.
what if like when you die, like that's how you get to like the 4th dimension, and you're able to
Yeah.
observe on that other plane. You can like see people.
Be kind of weird. What's up, Timmy?
Speaking of dimensions, have you guys heard the theory of Stargate and
The movie?
Saddam Hussein? It has to do with the movie.
Like jumping through worlds,
another,
right?
Another portal
Yeah.
that an alien, supposedly Sumerians from like 3000 BC. So apparently Saddam Hussein, he's like the leader of Iraq.
Okay.
Who's dead
He-
now?
Yep. He was a leader to like 2003 or something.
Yeah.
But he was,
He's the one that they like pulled the statues down and stuff, right?
I have no idea.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
know. That was the whole movie where they went in and like assassinated him.
But the movie's about like a military group taking like a bunch of military through this portal through another like
Okay.
alien dimension.
Okay.
But Saddam Hussein,
He's talking about Stargate is.
yeah, Stargate is.
Okay.
Have you seen the movie?
Oh no, let's Star Trek. Stargate. No, well, I was about to say, yeah, I've seen the movie,
Trees,
and then
animals.
I haven't seen it.
yeah, yeah,
Stargate, Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like Spock, like, but no, okay,
I
well,
haven't seen the movie. but
Stargate. Okay,
Stargate.
I don't think I've seen. Oh man, I'm gonna offend some people, but I don't like.
I haven't
I
seen
haven't really seen any Stargate. I've seen Star Trek. I've seen Star Wars.
I think it was a TV show too.
I'm not sure.
Stargate.
Stargate was a show way before any movie.
It was in the
it's
90s.
like seasons and seasons and seasons.
So is that different from the Stargate movie?
I think so.
Oh.
Well, the movie is specifically what this theory is about, right?
Yeah, so it's about
Okay.
a military goes through like an alien dimension, and I don't know what goes on, but supposedly Saddam Hussein comes across this in Baghdad after rebuilding a temple. So America somehow found out about this, and the Bush administration just declared war against Iraq to try to get like invade their country
to
and get
take
this
control because he discovered it.
Wait, I guess I'm like lost here. Okay, hold on.
All
So
right.
so we have the Stargate movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
and in this movie, the military personnel like go through this portal, and they and then-
Stargate is what it's called.
they go through the Stargate, and then they end up. Where do they end up?
Like it just takes you to
It
another
takes you
world.
to another dimension.
Okay. So I guess like I missed the part where like the Stargate connects to like.
They're just saying something similar was discovered by
Yeah.
Saddam Hussein.
Oh,
It
like
was
okay,
a
so
Stargate
he
portal.
discovered something similar to
Yeah,
Stargate.
not like the movie,
It
you
relates
know.
back to
Okay.
3000 BC, the Sumerians, which people thought were aliens in general,
Yeah.
and they recovered a temple.
Wait. So wait.
So Stargate was just like
Stargate
an
was
example.
about the Sumerians, though, right?
I
It was.
think
That's
so.
what it was talking about. The
Oh.
Sumer, and then he's saying,
Okay.
Saddam went to the supposed
One of the
location
temples
of
of
where
the
the
And he
Sumerians.
found something, and then we declared
There's
war.
a theory about
Yeah.
he discovered something.
Whoa.
And he
Okay.
was playing around with it, and somehow America found out about it, and the Bush administration just randomly declared war against Iraq.
wasn't it about oil? I mean, they could have said it was about
Yeah.
anything though.
It's oh man, that kind of stuff is so crazy to me because it's like it makes you think like you're just now telling us about this, right? And it's like how many other things are there that we like have no idea about that are happening that like
Tons.
it's just like lies about like why we're doing things and like we've talked about like September 11th and we've talked
Yeah.
about like Area 51 and like the like real things that are happening versus it's like
That's so funny because I watched the Fast and Furious 9 movie right last night, and like I'm not gonna do any spoilers or anything, but they're saving the world. I mean, just like every movie, they're saving the world.
yeah since
But
like the
they're-
fifth one or whatever or
But they're really saving the world this time. Like it literally could just end everything.
okay
And it's like
they gotta keep
the rest
bumping it up.
the rest of the public doesn't know anything about it, right? Like let's say this is real. Like so what if some stuff like this is happening?
Or has happened.
We just don't know,
Like
right?
what if the
'Cause
world
it's
almost got
covert.
destroyed at some point and we had no
Multiple
idea
times,
and we got
multiple
saved?
ti- exactly.
Yo,
by-
shout out to saving the world, whoever you
yeah,
are.
whoever it is, dude. I don't. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Because like, how can you not think that that's happened before? There's got to be crazy people out there that want world power, that want to.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
for sure.
So then there's got to be like covert operations that we just don't know about. That's just insane.
I wonder if like okay, so like in like Dubai and stuff, right? You have like these like families and stuff that have like so much money, right? They're just loaded, like beyond rich. Makes you wonder. I mean, if you had enough money, okay, like for example, if you have enough money, you can buy like guns on the dark web, right?
Yeah.
You can buy drugs, right?
Anything,
But, like,
organs.
Exactly. So like
Kittens.
once you start getting like scary kittens, right? Mutant kittens, but like
Exploding kittens.
exploding kittens, right? The unreleased exploding kittens game, you can get all that on the black web, okay, or the dark web, right? But once you get so wealthy, now can you purchase like nuclear material on the dark web? Can you purchase like can you find a guy who actually knows how to make like nuclear weapons and he's on there and he's for hire? If you have
Yeah.
$100 million, he'll make you nuclear weapons, right? Like, does that exist? And so it makes you think, like, if you have enough money, is it possible that there's like a Tony Stark like guy somewhere that has all this money that's like literally trying to figure out how to take over the world? Like,
There's got to be. There's no shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. It's weird because like for me, I'm like I can't see myself being in a spot even if I had like unlimited resources where I'm like, I'm gonna try and take over the world. But those people probably do exist. There's like people who are like, man, this world would be so much better if I was in charge. Like if I had enough
It's that
resources.
mentality. It's not about just taking over the world. It's like in their mind, they're
I can do better.
justifying that I can make this world a better place.
Yeah.
And in
Ooh.
order to do that, I have to have the weapons and the threat, so all the world powers like listen to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the influence.
Yeah, because like I mean, if whoever has the biggest guns is the one that's
Is-
in charge.
Did
Yep.
you guys ever like see the most dangerous ally of the U.S.? Pakistan.
Pakistan's the most
Is it?
dangerous.
Most dangerous ally
Okay.
Why is
because
that?
they hold 2 nuclear missiles that we have no idea where they are and who has them.
Oh.
So they're the most dangerous because they're like.
Wait, so China doesn't have nukes? Like
Well,
Russia
I think
doesn't have
the
nukes?
implication is that the other countries that have nukes, we know where they are. They
We
have
think?
two.
We
They have
know.
You
two
think
nukes.
we do?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean,
Okay. So I don't know. I think I'm allowed to say this because. Okay, so my old roommates, they were both
Military?
high rank in the military, right? So like when they get deployed, they like they're literally for 12 hours a day. They're like in a jet, like surveying, like they're like flying around, and
That's cool.
and like they told me that there's like there's there's like teams and stuff, and like there might be a whole team that's just like dedicated to watching one guy, right? Like it'll be like a person of interest, right? You're like maybe he's like organizing like a bunch of stuff, right?
Mhm.
Maybe he's like the boss, right? If there's an entire team watching the boss, guaranteed, as soon as we even thought that they were making, Russia, for example, we think that they're like making nuclear weapons, guarantee we were tracking every single person that went into that building, that went out of that building, every vehicle. Where do these people live? Who are their family members? What do they do? Like we're like, there's a chart somewhere that has like literally probably says like Russia with like little lines that just go
Everywhere.
out and
Just
it
like the
just
movies.
yeah,
Yep.
And there's
so,
like a whole team just in charge of
yeah,
that.
and so if there is a nuclear weapon, there's
Yeah.
probably 16 dudes. Their entire responsibility is to know where that is at every second of the day.
How many nukes do you think the U.S. owns?
I heard a fact.
You know how much
one-
money we put into our military?
A lot.
more than every
More
other.
than every other
Isn't
thing.
it like? I don't know if this is right, but I think it's like something like we spend more than like the next 10 countries under us combined.
Something like that.
Holy.
So number 1 and then
Yeah.
2 through 10 combined are less than us. That's nuts.
That's insane.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
but it also is like kind of, isn't it? I don't know. It's like I feel like our budget should be in other places as well, right? But at the same time, it's like if you do invest that much into your military, at that point you're so big that people just don't want to pick fights with you. Like they just, right? It's like an intimidation factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like okay, like you got all the bad guys talking like, well, okay, how do we do this? And it's like, well, first we just got to take care of America. And it's like, yeah, actually, I don't think I want to mess with that. Like America, like
Yeah.
America, like I mean,
There's a whole theory about that too, is like the way like radical Muslim groups are attacking now
Mhm.
are within, like attacking within. They're not gonna do like, 9/11 type stuff or whatever. It's like they're trying to get their influence in and make them like high-ranking people
Oh, in the military.
just in government, in the military,
Oh.
and one day it'll just be all of them.
Oh, like
and
over
they
here.
just flip a switch.
like they're
and then
like,
they just take over.
oh, kind of like the like sleeper agent thing for like
Yeah.
Russia, KGB.
There's a lot
right?
of like signs of that actually.
Isn't that scary to think that like all right, we're gonna start this plan,
Mm-hmm.
and in 20 years we got them.
Yup, dude. A 20-year
Bro,
plan.
it's crazy how
More than
dedicated-
that, because to
Yeah.
get that high in the government, you'd have to be in like your 30s or your
Yup.
40s, right? So it's
Yeah.
like we're gonna get this family over there, and then in 30 years we freaking got them.
It's nuts.
No, it's crazy because they have like this agent, and how they get them started is they give them like a paper that has their new name, their new life, your job, your family, your background, so you know what to say if people ask you.
Yeah, and they just study that. That's their life. That's their identity.
Yep.
It's nuts. Like, I don't know, man. It's insane. You think about it. It's just like there's just so much stuff going on. We kind of sidetracked a little bit.
We did.
But
Yeah.
I wanted to I wanted to mention something. You made me think about this thing that I saw when you're talking about like old world and
Yeah.
like he discovered like that gate and stuff. There's this another theory, I guess. We're throwing that word around a lot right now, but this is if you
It's
go
another crazy theory.
today on Crazy Theory. No. So if you go to Google Maps, as you probably know, if you like look, sometimes there's spots that are like blurred out,
Yeah.
and you can't.
Black spots.
Yeah, you just
Black
can't.
sites.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
can't like check it out, right? Well, I saw this thing, and I don't know the whole story, but basically, there's certain spots in like the ocean where you can see, like from above, looking straight down, you can see the floor where like spots are like not as deep, clearly because you can see it, and it looks like these like pathways, like where people, and so what they talk about is like the possibility that our ocean and how it is now was not always ocean, and that in fact there was water in other places, and the spot where the ocean is now used to be land. And it talks about like like the pyramids and like the head statues, like the big heads and stuff, right?
Pharaohs.
So no, not in Egypt, like the stone heads, like
Not Rushmore.
you know what I'm talking about, like in the
Rushmore.
Not
The
Rushmore.
presidents.
nope, not those ones.
I don't know what kind of heads you're talking about.
It's like it's like the circle of like the
Stonehenge.
giant heads.
It's not. They're not heads though. They're just.
Oh,
No,
they're
no. There
rocks.
there is the big head though, like the big stone head. I don't remember what it's called.
What the hell is he talking
all
about?
I
right,
have no
watch.
idea.
I'm gonna say it, and you're gonna be like, oh yeah. Watch.
Medusa.
Oh.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Imagine.
Here it comes.
Medusa.
Look at you way over there. Looking all cute and stuff.
She's actually pure evil, but
She looks evil right there.
Yeah, the Easter Island Stoneheads.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of this? You've never heard of these?
You have?
I don't want to give him the I want to do the because that's how I feel, but
I've seen it, but I just like,
yeah.
All right,
never
okay.
There it is for the clip.
So we don't know. So we don't know how like we have no way to know how they because they're arranged like perfectly where they're at and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're we talk about like dating stuff and how it's not completely accurate, but
Yeah.
They suggest that they're very old, but it's like, how would civilizations that are that old have the tools to do this? And then they're also arranged like perfectly. And then you have the pyramids, and you've heard about how they're arranged like perfectly to like match the stars, which is like they would not have the tools to do that. There are similar like mirroring things with the pyramids in these heads
Underwater. Okay.
There's like spots where you can see like it's like blurred out, but you can see these like dark colors, and they like they do like the longitude and the latitude. It's a lot of math and stuff, but they match up like perfectly with like the pyramids and then the other stone heads. It's real weird.
Dude, okay, so like that lines. All right, I actually saw recently some information suggesting that more and more science is actually believing the fact that there was a flood. Take religion out, but like there was a great like flood, and if that was caused by maybe meteors, like huge amounts of pressure in the water and it just like overflowing and stuff.
Or think of like if there's like pockets of water within the planet or something, and then like
and
the meters
just,
cause
yeah,
it
whatever,
to rupture, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. That would make sense, right?
Yeah.
That cities and large amounts of land.
It's real
covered
weird.
Up.
But the thing is like there's no information on these things.
It's kind of crazy that no one's gone out there and looked though.
Yeah, well, it's like some of them, some of the spots are in restricted areas that you can't like you know, like if you take a boat, right, you can't just go anywhere with your boat. Like there's like restricted areas, and you have to have like clearances, like with the Coast Guard and stuff like that.
Well, who owns that water? Like let's say here's the United States, here's South America, you know, and then Europe and everything. But like in the middle, like where there's just void and nothing else.
It's international water, right?
Yeah.
But I think like all of these like spots fall within somebody's like you have like the waters that are controlled by the United States, the water that's controlled by Africa. It like has like a like a radius around it, and I think some of these areas are like within other people's like, and so you can't just like take a boat and start. Like there's a lot of like regulations and stuff that go with that.
Water freaks me out, honestly.
Oh, the ocean is so scary.
I hate the ocean.
But it's like we put in all this money for like research in outer space, but I think we should discover everything that we have on Earth first.
It's funny because Chern feels the same way. She's like,
we should though,
we're so excited about figuring out things about other worlds, but like we don't even know everything about our world. But at the same time, I feel like okay, so you think about like vehicles, right? And at one point, the fastest you could ever drive was 50 miles an hour because technologically we couldn't go faster. I feel like that's where we're at right now, like at a plateau or like a bottleneck with our technology to explore the ocean. I don't feel like we're capable of going. No, we physically cannot go past a certain depth because we just crushed. Like we get crushed. Like we have a limit, and the ones that have gotten the furthest are tiny. They hold one person, and even they have a limit to how far they can go.
Yeah, but I'm saying we don't even need people. We've got robots. We've got machinery.
It stops working and stuff. There's a whole. I watched a thing about it on YouTube. It was a while ago.
I thought you said it's shallow enough for us to be able to see
those parts, but I think those are getting
that?
prevented by like governments and stuff. Like they're not allowing people to go check that out.
I see that.
Like an Area 51 type thing. Like you're restricted space. You can't go over here. You can go everywhere else, so not here.
If we were like really really rich one day, we should create a secret organization.
Starting on GoFundMe today.
Like I'm serious, like uncovering the truth, like sneaking into these places with like our high tech, going on missions, like revealing.
A few moments later, and that's how they all got to put in prison. It's crazy. they're all in jail. They're doing 20 years. It's nuts.
Just talking about this, or we're getting raided.
Yeah,
that'd be nuts.
FBI. That would be hella sketch.
Effed. Because we're not while recording. We're not
Yo.
even connected to the internet right
Oh,
now.
man,
That'd be
that would
so
be
scuffed.
our
Our
phones.
phones.
Yeah, I know. That'd be nuts.
Oh, that would be, and then they'd be like, we'd have to like sign things saying we'd never talk about it. We'd be
Oh,
shook.
yeah.
We'd be shooketh on
Oh.
stream tomorrow. Like, hey guys,
I think I'm changing career paths.
We're taking a week off.
I'm just gonna go camping
for real
with
though.
no tech.
But what's interesting is like between these like spots in the
Right.
water that you can see, and like it's real weird because you can like see the ocean, and then you can see these like clear spots that are just different, right? And then there's like these like pathways like that connect them
Yeah.
like perfectly like in the water. It's like
That's
you have these two
interesting.
different spots, and you can see these like clear like spots where people could have like traveled.
You're talking about technology and like us not being where we need to be to discover all that.
Yeah.
And you're kind of saying, well, maybe that technology is out in outer space, right? So we need to discover stuff to go back in. But you know what's crazy? Crazy. Have you guys heard about the Library of Alexandria?
Like I've heard that
No.
name, but I don't know anything about it.
You know Alexander the Great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of the greatest conquerors of all time.
Yep.
Like owned everything at one point.
Yep.
He decided to create a library to house all of the sources of information that the world has.
Okay.
And like everything that he conquered, stole all their manuscripts, all their books, everything.
Like a big collection.
Big collection, put it all there.
Yeah.
Like the wealth of knowledge.
Oh, I think I heard something like it's lost. Like we don't know where it is or something, right?
It's not lost, it was destroyed.
Oh.
And so like it wasn't finished being built during Alexander's time. His like predecessor took it over and created the library. But it like they owned everything. Like I don't remember what city it was. Well, it was Rome because that's where Julius Caesar was,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, or I don't know if it was
no,
Rome.
no, no. I think it was.
It
Rome.
was Rome.
I
It
think
was
it was
Rome.
Rome.
And so like that's where all the trading was done. Everyone was going there, importing, exporting. So like it was a required mandate. Like any ships that came through that channel and they owned it, they were required to give over their books and all their scrolls and everything. And it was copied in this library, and they were given back the copies. All the originals were here. So it like housed
Oh.
literally everything.
You know what's so scuffed about that is like you could, if you're giving them the copies, it could be like
You can change it.
you can change
and
history.
then give. That's also something that I thought about as well. But
That's crazy.
as time went on and as new leaders came to be, like Julius Caesar was one of them that supposedly accidentally destroyed part of the library because like during one of the wars, you know, like the Civil War that was going on
Yeah.
within himself, and like
Yeah.
like I guess fire was set on boats, and these boats caught on fire all throughout the city, and like parts of the library got destroyed. And then the next leaders, like there was like Christian leaders that destroyed it because they felt like if you studied within that area, it was like demonic or whatever.
No, I heard about that. That like because that kind of thing happened in other parts of the world too, where they like you weren't allowed to like learn,
Research
read
and learn,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, they
And
don't-
so they condemned it. They destroyed part of it. They killed like this super smart mathematician. Like I don't know how far he could have taken us, but like you think of like taking out Thomas Edison.
yeah,
Yeah, before his prime, like
Yeah.
before all the discoveries.
Or-
Like
or
how much are we
Einstein or
taking back
something,
our
or-
civilization and our growth? But anyway, years later, it got destroyed eventually, and we've
Okay.
lost everything. And scientists believe that because we weren't able to maintain that library, we put civilization back 1,000 years in
No
technology.
way.
1,000
Whoa.
years,
that's crazy.
10 generations.
That's actually nuts. Like it's just lost. Like
It's
just
gone.
like knowledge and everything just gone.
Crazy.
Like they you talk about like the flood and stuff, and like it's really like like religion aside, like if there was like a big flood and stuff, it's like it makes you think about like okay, like if the flood was maybe like a giant reset button, right, and like kind of caused everybody to like start over, it's like what other knowledge or what other things did we just completely lose that like we have no idea ever existed?
Yep. They didn't have the cloud back then.
They didn't have the
No
cloud.
Or they
No
did,
Google
and,
Drive.
or they
No
did,
Google
and it was
Drive.
destroyed. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for enjoying the podcast. You can check us out live on Twitch and Facebook. Our links will be in the description down below. Also, we're giving away a next-gen console, so if you're interested in winning that, the link to the giveaway will also be in the description down below. So make sure you guys go and check that out. We're live at 10 or 11 Eastern every day, except for Wednesdays and Sundays. But it's okay because on Wednesdays you have the podcast to look forward to every Wednesday evening, 5 p.m.
Thanks for watching. Peace.
Peace.